Hi guys, my name is Trinity, and if you're here, you must be here to talk about books. You can see my stack of books over here. That's fine, that's fine. We are going to be talking about those books. So, I have seen a couple of people do some exploding TBR videos. And yes, Jessie from Bookish Mamas, who I'm thinking of currently because I said exploding TBR. But I've seen a couple of people do videos like this. Either read them, DNF them, something. They've got to get off your shelves, or you got to decide if you're going to keep them because there's just too many books. So, as you guys know, I do book hauls quite often. I have a book haul every month. The reason for that is I go to the buy, sell, trade. What I don't like, I don't keep. What I think is good, but not great, I don't keep. I go exchange them at the buy, sell, trade. I take my books back, they give me credit, and then I buy new books. However, I am getting very, very good at figuring out what my tastes are and keeping a lot more. So what I need to do is I need to go through the books that have been on my TBR for a significant amount of time. Now, most of these books have been on my TBR for at least a year. Some of them haven't been on that long, but they're books that I have avoided. And so we're going to talk about all of that. I'm going to show you the books. So this is kind of a TBR for the next 6 months. These are books I'm going to try and get through before the end of the year to get them on or to get them on my shelves, off my TBR, to the buy, sell, trade, wherever they need to go. So the first of them will be one that you probably also saw in Jessie's video, Fate of the Fallen by Jade. This has so many mixed reviews. So many mixed reviews. It's a book of the month book. It's fantasy. It turns the chosen one trope on its head. And I have put this off because people who like what I like to read don't like this book. And so I own it. I bought it. I want to read it just to have my 2 cents put in on it. But I'm scared. I'm scared. And also, give me you guys' opinions on these books too. That might sway me to pick one up sooner. But I'm scared. I'm scared. What do you guys think? Have you guys read Fate of the Fallen? Next, we have an Owlcrate book. Some of these are going to be Owlcrate, and it's going to be a mix of young adult and adult. And I'll tell you when we get there. But this is a YA from Owlcrate, Jade, Fire, Gold. Another one that I've heard very mixed reviews on. So I've seen a lot of booktubers really like this book. I've seen a lot of people on Goodreads really not like this book, and I've seen a lot of people on Twitter really not like this book. And so I kind of have put it off, even though I do want to read it. It's just not one that has jumped out and grabbed my attention like some of the other books that Owlcrate has sent. All I really know about this is we're dealing with an orphan who has magical powers who is likely to get killed if she is discovered, or he. If they are discovered, I don't know. I don't even remember that. And that's all I know about this book. That's all I remember. And usually when I can't remember a synopsis well enough to tell you guys, it's because either I've put it out of my mind and wasn't interested, or I heard bad things and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Another Owlcrate offering that I have not read would be This Poison Heart by Kaylin Barron. I've actually heard good things about this. I don't know why I haven't picked this one up. I think it's because it reminds me of The Secret Garden a little bit. And while I like that, I didn't really like that story. So I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this, but I have not picked it up yet. And even though I'm like, Trinity, read it, I half the time go, not this time, not this time. And so let me know, is this Poison Heart a book that you guys think that I will enjoy? All right, another that has been on my TBR for quite some time, but I recently bought, within the last few months, purchased it. However, it has been on my Goodreads TBR for quite a while, and that would be The Forever Sea by Joshua Philip Johnson. So I am really wanting to get to this because this is fantasy that's very different. If you can't tell, The Forever Sea, they are fields. It's not water, and the ships, they sail the fields of this land. And I think that that's really cool. It's a really cool concept. I know we have a daughter who's looking for her mother. She's gone missing, and she's gone missing in the sea. So I think it sounds like it could be really interesting, but I haven't heard many people that read what I read actually talk about it. So let me know. Did you like it? Do you think I will like it? This is the last of the Owl Crate books, but we have Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. Now, there was something, someone told me about this that put me off to this story, and I don't know what it was. I really don't. And I am kind of wondering if this is the one that is told in the like African style, writing style, because I haven't liked that. Like at all. Black Leopard, Red Wolf, I read Tade Thompson, Master of Poisons, things like that. I think that this might be the one that people told me had that kind of style to it. And my brain just, it doesn't like it. The cadence of it. My brain just says, what did I just read? I have no idea what I just read. None of that made sense. And so I don't know why. Like, I can't tell you why, but there are just writing styles that don't work for people, and that's one that just doesn't work for me. And I think that that was what I was told about this one. Pretty sure. But if you've read it, let me know. Let me know. Do you guys like it? This is a freaking stunning book, though. Look at that. Like, I don't want to get rid of it because she gorgeous. She gorgeous. And then, you know, like, there's a lot of things that I just love about the actual book, but I haven't read it yet. So let me know. Will I like it? All right. And one that I picked up to support an author that I really like on Twitter, Hollow Road by Dan Fitzgerald. I haven't read it yet. This is self-pub. It's a little horror, little fantasy from what I understand. And we have creatures that were thought to be dead that have come back, and now they are traversing the woods, and people are trying to survive the woods. So if you've read it, let me know what you think. I did purchase it just to support an author that I like on Twitter, but I do want to read it. I just haven't gotten around to reading it yet. But this is one I either need to read it or, you know, get rid of it. All right, so we have a book called Solitude by Dean M. Cole. Now, I will be reading this soon. Why will I be reading this soon? Because I found an audio of it. So this is one that I do have every intention of reading very soon. It is Last Man on Earth, Last Woman in Space. They don't know that each other exists until a transmission comes through that the guy hears, letting him know someone else is alive. And that person just happens to be in space and a woman. So maybe we have a little bit of romance. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this, but I think it sounds like it could be really dang cool. Now for a YA that I have put off way too long. Let me tell you, this book has been on my shelf for 2 years. However, everyone tells me I'm gonna hate it, but it was a gift. And I've had a really hard time getting rid of it just because it was a gift, and I don't want that person to be upset with me. Even though that person's not likely to be upset with me, I'll just be upset with myself. The Raisin Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. And I heard that that's Jay Kristoff. Is that Jay Kristoff? It might be. I don't know. But I everybody tells me I'm going to hate this book. But I need to read it. It has been on my shelves for way too long. I either need to read it or just straight up get rid of it. What do you guys think? Help a girl out. One that I'm actually really excited to get to, but has been on my TBR for a really long time, would be Daughter of Sparta. Now, I'm excited to get to this. And the second book has come out. So I need to read this or get rid of it, but I am very much leaning towards reading this. I have heard nobody talk about it, so I don't know what to expect. So I'll probably pick this up pretty soon and, see how I feel about it, because let's just be real. Does that not say Cassandra to you? Does that whole thing not say Assassin's Creed Odyssey to you? Like, it totally does to me. I mean, I know she's blonde and Cassandra has brown hair, but yes, I want to read this pretty badly. All right, so we have Roses and Rot by Kat Howard. Now, I picked this up for my Pop Sugar Challenge last year. I didn't get around to reading it, but I've heard Kat Howard's writing is very beautiful. And I know that this is a book that is about an artist or two artists, they're sisters, who go to this art retreat. Something really terrible happens. That's what I know. That's what I know. But I had picked it up because I needed a book about an artist. I did end up reading An Enchantment of Ravens over this one. But have you read it? Do you guys think I should read it? All right, one that keeps like hitting my TBR because of the cover. Vengeance Road. I can't get past this cover. I might just keep this book and, put it on a shelf just so I can have that sitting on my shelf. So I don't remember if this is a gas lamp fantasy or if it's just straight Western fantasy. I just know that there's a girl whose father has discovered a gold mine, but is murdered. And so she disguises herself as a boy and follows his trail. She collects a ragtag group of peoples to join her on this quest. And it sounds like it could be good. I don't know. Have any of you read it? That's my question. Because, I might enjoy it. I am from Oklahoma, so there are some just Western things that I do like, and some I'm just like, nah. I liked Lila Bowen's series, so I think that's what keeps me thinking I will want to read this, because I really liked her young adult series that she wrote. All right, and the horror that everyone tells me I need to read when I ask for indie horror, Pen Pal by Dathan Auerbach. Now, this is a series of letters that reveals this horrifying past of this person that the book is actually about. And it's a past that they never knew existed. Like, they didn't know this was like what had happened. And by the time you get to the end, I hear that the tension is so high, your heart is palpitating, and you just have to take a beat afterwards. Like, totally just have to take a beat afterwards when you're finished with it. So I'm very excited to get to this. I am wondering if I should save this to October. I don't know. Have you guys read it? Because I've heard it's just absolutely brilliant. Okay, and confession time. The vlog that I have been wanting to do for 6 months, it's never going to happen. I keep trying to do it, and then I get wrapped up in other things. And so I have two that have been recommended to me. One by a very good friend, and one from a friend on Discord. SK, the author, she recommended Tigana to me. She said that I really need to read some Guy Gavriel Kay. She thinks that I will absolutely love Guy Gavriel Kay. I have not done it yet. I will confess, I own 3 Guy Gavriel K books. This is just the one that she thinks that I'm going to like the most, and so I'm going to give it a go. But on that same note, there is another that was recommended to me by a friend, and he's going to shoot me if I don't read this because I've already told him I was going to. A Man Called Ove. Uwe? I think he told me it was Uwe. Frederick Bachman. This is my friend Andrew's favorite author. And so I have told him I'm going to read this. I keep putting it off because I don't want to cry. So these two were supposed to be in a vlog of me reading like my Discord friends. And I read Ready Player One, which is Benny's favorite book, and so I read that one, and then I couldn't get to these in that same month. And so, yeah, this is Andrew, this is SK, and I'm very, very excited to read both of these. This one, I don't want to cry. Andrew's going to make me cry. Like, I think that this is what he's waiting on. I have 2 more YA that I've been like really excited to get to, but then when it comes down to it, I just don't read it. But there, I'm going to forget the name of no. I tend to forget the name of this movie, but Lord of the Flies, the book, the movie, whatever. Lord of the Flies. There is a female retelling of Lord of the Flies, and it's Beauty Queens. I have been dying to read this. I just never get around to it, and I don't know why. Every time I see it on my shelf, I'm like, I should read that. And then I don't pick it up. I don't know why. I really, really want to read this. One, it's by Libba Bray, and I have really liked Libba Bray's writing in the past. And like, female Lord of the Flies. I want to see what that looks like. I really do. And I just haven't picked it up. And then the other that I've had for longer than I want to admit is The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan. I've heard this book is beautifully written, but that it's not my taste. And so I've held on to it for a really, really long time because I want to see the beautiful writing that everyone's talking about, because I really like The Name of the Wind. And even though that is like so far outside of my actual reading taste, it's the writing that gets me. And so I keep holding on to this thinking one day. But if you've read it, let me know what you thought about it. Do you think I'll like it? Same for the rest of these books, guys, because these are books I'm going to need to tackle within the next year and get them off of my shelves, or admit that I like them and keep them and move on to something else. All right, that is it for me today. Like, subscribe, do all the fun things, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.